I first noticed Sarah at HMSA walking down the hallways just in passing. You know, I'm not the type to walk up to somebody and talk to them, so I just let it go, and over time I just kept seeing her in the hallways. She looked really nice. She dressed really nice. She was one of the younger ones. At HMSA there's a lot of older employees, so I noticed that she was young, so that was really nice to see.
My first memory of Chris is actually Halloween. It was my first Halloween after working at HMSA, and I remember walking into the elevator that morning and seeing Waldo in the elevator, and I was thinking, oh, I guess people are really into Halloween here. Why in the world would this guy, of all things to choose, would he choose Waldo to be for Halloween? And then later come to find out that that was Christopher. So initially I had started off as a legal secretary at HMSA, and then I moved up to become a health plan advisor, and that just happened to be the team that he was on.
When she did start, I found out that she had a boyfriend. So immediately I decided, okay, she's pretty, I noticed her, and I didn't want to pursue anything with her. Basically, it was just us working together on projects, and it became more of a frenemy type of situation. We got to know each other a little bit, but when we were working on projects, it would be like, I have this idea, why aren't you listening to me? And we would be arguing about something all the time. But in the end, we always figured out a way to come up with the best solution for whatever problem we were trying to solve, and it worked out really well. As far as the first move, I noticed that Sarah wasn't coming out with us with the coworkers, some of my friends, on the weekends. So I used to ask her, hey, do you want to come out this weekend, hang out with some of the coworkers? And she would always tell me no.
Well, one, I'm not much of a partier, and two, I just really didn't want to spend time with my coworker over the weekend, you know? He asked me to hang out with him and his friends 3 weekends in a row. And the 4th weekend, I was just like, oh my gosh, I just need to tell this dude, like,
Chris, I don't want to hang out with you, which I was bummed from that, but I just kept asking every so often, and eventually she kept making excuses, so I no longer asked her to come out. I would say 3 years later, I found out that she didn't have a boyfriend anymore, and luckily her mom had computer issues.
My mom finally wanted to upgrade her computer, and this computer is like ancient, and so the only person that I knew who knew how to like transfer files over from one computer to the other is Christopher, but I knew that he wouldn't just do it for nothing, and since he always asks me to hang out, I was like, okay, you know, if you help me out, if you help my mom out, I promise to come out, you know, one weekend with you guys.
I immediately said, sure, why not?
He said yes so fast. I thought like, oh sweet, like, you know, he's gonna help me out. All I have to do is go out with them one weekend, like that's it.
I asked her to go out that weekend.
We went to First Fridays, and so we went to Manifest. We hung out, had a couple drinks, and then we hit the dance floor.
And I said, what the heck? And I just kissed her. We've only had maybe like 1 to 2 drinks.
I wasn't intoxicated at all because I was thinking so straight that when he kissed me, I pushed him away and I was like, Christopher, we're coworkers, you can't do that. And then I went in for the second kiss.
Honestly, I want to say thank you to Sarah for not slapping me in the face, but it was a great risk. After that kiss though, we started getting shots, and then we just kept kissing a lot throughout the night. So because we knew we were coworkers and we worked literally in the same department, we decided to not tell anyone because it would be kind of unprofessional to be dating someone that close.
But we were texting each other like constantly. Just trying to keep it hidden was just so difficult.
We kept thinking our relationship was much like the show The Office, where Jim and that one girl start dating secretly. And basically every time we had a meeting, we would like look at each other and be like, we know, but no one else knows. It was pretty awkward, but It was also very fun. And over time, we decided to tell people at work. Everyone that found out later said they had no clue at all. Sarah talked to our supervisor and said,
So, Angie, I met a guy over the weekend, and yeah, we kissed. And immediately, with just that, no other clues, she was like, oh my gosh, was it Christopher? And I was like, holy, how did you even know? Like, I mean, I guess it was obvious in everybody else's eyes except mine. Like, I was completely blind to it.
being able to work with her and not try to date her in the beginning, I got to see the real her. What was really nice about that after we started dating was that nothing changed. We were exactly the same people, but we were more open with each other. We were honest, we could talk about anything. It just felt very comfortable. We worked really well together, so I think it just made our work better. Where in most situations, or some situations, it could be seen as a distraction, but actually it worked out in our favor. We worked really well together.
He's just so patient and he's so kind. I'm pretty sure when God created me, he knew that whoever marries me is going to need to be one patient man, because I am not easy to deal with.
I wanted to make the proposal something very memorable. I wanted to make sure that she could take it with her, and because we both do video at work, I wanted to make sure it was on video. So I talked to some of my guy friends and said, here's the plan, and we need to execute it perfectly. The plan was to tell Sarah that my friend was having a commercial shoot about a new brand, and they were gonna give us free t-shirts. And Sarah loves free t-shirts.
What kind of t-shirt is it? Is it heavy cotton, lightweight cotton? Like, I was super serious about it. And so I had taken vacation day for that shoot, and it was Christmas weekend, and that was our first Christmas together. So he suggested that we create a Christmas vlog. And so I said, that's a great idea. And so we started doing the vlog, and he said, you should shoot it this weekend. And I just figured, okay, that's cool, because we take turns. And I remember shooting the video, we were driving to Spitting Caves, and I had even joked about, oh, I'm gonna get engaged, like, this Christmas, that's the gift Christopher is going to give me. Then Adonis texted us saying that he was running late. And so Chris said, that's perfect. We'll get some drone shots, and we'll just, stall.
I brought her down to the Rock area, and I told her to film me because I wanted to explain my new drone, but secretly I had the ring in my drone bag.
And he had me do a pan shot from left to right, and as soon as I panned towards him, he was talking about his new drone, and then he got down on one knee and said that everything was a lie.
Pulled out a ring, and that's when I did the proposal. And she had no clue whatsoever that the proposal was happening. It was the best feeling I've ever had because everything went perfectly.
I was in so much shock that I actually said no, like no, is this really happening? And then at that time, Adonis was up in the bushes, and all he heard was no. And he was like, oh my God, did she just say no to him?
After I proposed and she started crying and I revealed that Adonis was up in the bushes, I had a second surprise that her family would come down and surprise us, but not just her family, my family as well. Our families have never met. So to see both of our families come down the hill, I knew it was gonna surprise her even more.
Everything was just planned so well. He even had a document sent to everyone on what the plans were, and it was password protected. It even had the confidential watermark on it. He planned a really, really special moment for me.
I like to play video games, and she hates video games. So every time I mention video games, she just gets irritated, and she's like, stop talking about it.
Okay, I get it. Video games are really fun and adults play video games all the time but I mean, you're 29, like, and then like let's think about the future when he's like 35 and we have kids or whatever, like he's gonna be playing Super Mario Brothers at 35. Like, I just don't get it. And it's like so time consuming, you know, and then you have to beat all these levels, and then there's an upgrade, or there's a new level that you have to beat, and then there's like king bosses or something, and these virtual reality worlds where you can like have a job or sit in traffic. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, when you do that already in real life, like, I don't understand. As long as he doesn't ask me to play video games, I will deal with it.
But on the flip side, she loves to shop. Lots and lots of shopping. If she's not shopping physically at a store, she's shopping on her phone. And so that irritates me.
My mom would always joke like that I have a shopping problem, and now Christopher, you know, spending so much time with me, now he has a mutual understanding with my mom that I really do have a shopping problem and that he needs to help me too now.
Because we both have one thing that kind of irritates each other, it's kind of balanced. So when she's shopping, I just say, okay, yeah, go ahead and shop. And then when I'm gaming, I just go ahead and game, and we don't bother each other. And then we set that aside and we're fine. We're completely fine. Sarah, you are the best thing that has ever happened to me. I'm so lucky to have met you. I can't stop thinking about how exciting life is going to be, spending it with you and experiencing everything that we possibly can together. It's very difficult to explain, but when I'm with you, you allow me to be truly who I am. I can be myself around you. As we go through this next chapter in our lives, I want you to know that no matter how difficult it gets, I'm going to be there right by your side. My love for you is unconditional, and I'm so lucky to have found you.
Christopher, thank you so much for loving me for all of me. I mean, the good, the bad, how clumsy I can be. I mean, I drop food on myself all the time. I mean, all of it. I mean, to have someone love another person unconditionally, that's something really special, and I feel so lucky to have that through you. As we move on to this next adventure, I promise to love you every single day, and I guess I just want to say thank you for choosing me, and I love you so much.